Since the application opens automatically in the default browser, we set Brave as the default browser. It is also more practical for exploring the app. It's also secure, fast, and easy to use. We will also install GIMP, which will allow us to edit the icons for our application. I'll skip the download. Installation on a Mac is simple. Just drag and drop the icon into your applications folder. Once copied, the application is available. Just slide out the installation package. I decided to switch to Yarn, which offers a better alternative to NPM. It is similarly perhaps more widely used and presents no disadvantages. It uses the same repository as NPM for packages. I will check that I have Yarn downloaded. I also had the downloaded binaries updated via brew update. Creating the application is almost identical. We call Yarn Create React App My New Band. The installation takes a while, just like NPM. VS Code offers a practical use of workspaces. So we open a new folder of our project in a new window. I'll make sure our app is still working. I struggled a bit with NPM at first. VS Code takes advantage of other developers who can create different extensions to help with their work. I'll use these three for now. To get the code to align after each save, you first need to set the default formatter. You do this by using Fn plus F1. Then type format code. Select which one you want to use in the menu. I use Prettier, which I installed earlier. I did this step earlier, so it is not shown in the video. In order to have the different settings for this workspace saved, you need to save the settings in a special file, through which you will then be able to open this workspace. Let's start by editing the favicon. We're going to download an icon that we're comfortable with onto the flat icon. We then need to convert it to ICO format. In order to display our page correctly in different places in browsers, for example in the menu of recently visited pages, we need to create icons for 512px and 192px. GIMP will help us to do this. Of course, you don't have to use the same icon. Above you can notice our new favicon. We'll overwrite the page title and its meta information description, which can be displayed, for example, in a search engine, as a description below the link. I'll clean up the app.js so we have a page ready for the new components. We create a components directory where the different parts of the page will be defined. We'll start with the banner. I'm using functional components since they are more modern and I'm used to them, no other reason. We need to import banner I in app.js. We can see that our title is already visible. Now we'll insert the global styles for the whole page. I like to reset padding and margin. We'll add the font from Google Font. This is my favorite page. To test the font, just import in styles. In the next video, we'll download the font locally. I don't refresh the page yet, so you can't see the result. We can continue to develop the banner. We will also create styles for that. But since we don't have the styles management pack imported yet, we have to add it via Yarn add. Very simple. But we have to turn the application off and then turn it back on. The installation takes a while. There we have the styles and the new font. I'd like to add a photo as a background property. I'll set the padding so the photo has something to occupy. Classically, I forgot to import the style. Let's go add some photos to banner. We'll download it for free as a mock for now. In the production version, of course, we'll add a photo of the choir. It's easy to import the photo in styles. Since the photo will only be in this banner, we'll create an images directory in the banner directory. This way it will be easily accessible from the styles. Just add URL to the background parameter. And now we'll just decorate the banner according to our wishes. I'm going to play with it a little bit. I'll also add a hover animation. The styling itself is not that interesting, feel free to skip it. A good practice is to save your changes to the Git. The repository is automatically created for us. So just commit the changes. A proper repository contains individual changes that ideally don't depend on each other too much. However, for app.js, I was not able to do this. I split the work so far into several commits. When I need to see what the site looked like before, I won't have a problem. Or if something breaks in the future and I don't want to fix the code to that state, I can just check out back. Git prepares you to work in a team.